I got that for doing just a small event for them, but it was really cool. Like, you get some really cool goodies, and PUBG is quite good at that. They do send out some really cool little goodie bags and bits and pieces. So that's why I'm
amazing. It's incredible.
Exactly. It's good stuff. They do indeed. And speaking of PUBG, we're in the game. We're starting in the west and we're heading east. The south is pretty far away here, Rich. That could be a bit of a stretch for some of these teams.
Yeah, we might see some adaptations, potentially Monte Nuevo and so on and so forth. We said previously in the round we didn't see anyone over on the west side, near the west-facing cliffs. This time, it could be the complete polar opposite. We might see a few teams lingering around there and kicking it. Obviously, we've seen it in previous iterations. FaZe, they have lingered around there. They have got plenty of wins off the back of that. This drop, again, if you do have the backup scenario, you will be using it. For others, not so much, especially more towards that eastern side. Yeah, it's still a little bit more towards the north, but the end playing path does at least lean this way towards the south, so you can grab a vehicle and get gone if needed.
Yeah, they're in a really nice spot. Now, Tornado Energy have gone quite close in the meantime. 2-2 for them, but here comes the crash. And actually, this time, Entropic has actually found the first. Quizzy's been caught off in the open ground. Example now, quite isolated from the other two of his team. He's the last man who was over here kind of in this further out standpoint, kind of on his own. Has to be quite careful. He's got his back semi-safe, covered by his teammates. If he can try and take someone with him, that's good. El Giganton suffering some casualties to Unity, and TSM having their own issues. Fex just went flying. This is not good. Northern Lights holding the entry point here towards the town, and no one's getting through easily. TSM have got through with, I think, 2 alive, but they might have just lost out on 2 on the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2 died. 1 off the back of the bike. That must have been an instant knock from the side of Northern Lights. They did get some redemption. I believe they run over Batulin. I was just trying to keep a track of the kill feed. It can be quite difficult. Fex, again, I'm pretty sure that we're just off of the back of the bike being knocked earlier on. So NLT 2, TSM 1, pull-up coming out of M-Force. Problem is, Clib's there. Nade's out. He's knocked as well. A little bit too far, but still. You can't get a res off of that, unfortunately. They'll force them away and they'll hold the compound. Job done.
Yeah, this has been a pretty spicy start to a game. Bear in mind, we're, what, 7, almost 8 minutes in, and we've lost a good couple of individuals. Obviously, half of the map, not half, but a good portion of the map is cut off by the hillside. Oh, I don't envy that. I do not envy that. What I liked about Raise Your Edge's approach then, they sent 2 ahead, and they had, I think it was Monkey and Nailor playing a little slower, so if anyone was going to try and shoot them on the cross, you're going to have this really cool battle, and actually they almost capitalized off the back of it. Now, Ents have already slotted in ahead of them, though, so they're holding the southern side here, and there goes Miraku. Sadly, found in the end, he was the last man alive for TSM. First team down, not a good start for TSM.
No, not at all. What was the last one? A 13th position on the previous round as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which generally, it's not going to be good at all, unfortunately. 0 points in the last one. Maybe 1 point in this from the run over on Batulin earlier on. Maybe not if they got him back up, so it could be a very low-scoring game. FaZe, they're edging the bets. They're going for the 2-2.
Tempest a little closer than the others. They can find a way through. Northern Lights getting in a couple of shots towards them. That's from Hawk. But again, we're waiting for that new circle. We're seeing them all trying to slot in here on that northwest side. It's not easy. Clip does need to kind of back up to his teammates. Yes, of course, you really do want to kind of keep them humble the other side. Same with Tommel doing the same sort of thing. But there's a point where you want to make sure you are not costing your team a player as well. So they're going to fall back, hold the line, and kind of put the pressure on the other team, saying, all right, well, you guys have to come to us. So there go the vehicles. They're going to escape out of this, evacuate that scenario, fall back a touch. It does open up some room, and here comes DA. Well, Matrelius, I think he might be the only one here. That's a dangerous route to be running at this point. Yeah, there he goes. 15th spot for DA. Their fight out in the blue really not helping them out here. And Unity might suffer a similar fate, depending on who wins this between El Giganton. Gaxi still there. Set still stands. Set, sadly, a little too short to hop up the ledge. He is going to try and go back again, but now here comes that blue. Pretty painful at this point as well. You can see the chunking away. Can get in front of it, potentially. Gaxi needs to be careful on the timing. Baiting on the smoke to try and ensure the set's looking the other way. And oh, it's a fumble from Gaxi. I thought he'd have had that bang to right. Set does die regardless. So both teams mutually assured destruction up in the northeastern side. And well, there's that circle, Rich.
Yeah,
Ents moved up in vehicles, so they definitely heard the cars. I think Ents might have an idea too, though. They're about to peek the ridgeline. I don't know how much information they have, or maybe they're just securing it. Maybe it's just kind of being smart about it. But they've got to be careful. As much as, yes, Razor Edge can catch them out, Ents do have the high ground. And if Star Wars has taught us anything, you know that high ground is very important. Diggory going to be pushed off of it, though. A couple of shots coming through. This allows Shiv to move up. Squeaky is holding the flank, and if you're a smart player, you know that'll be the case. Nail up. The one to nail him down. That's Squeaky gone, and now the gate's open. Razor Edge can now swing on this. They can take territory. Tixu and Diggory going to fall back, and Rustamar's a little bit isolated. Shiv, did he spot one then? I think he did. Nice call. Nice spray. Between Nailup and Shiv, they've absolutely hammered this one out. And Razor Edge systematically taken down Ents. Perfect push.
What is this kid eating? What in the world? Shiv, Nailup, like, what a duo ship to wander up that hill together and just precisely, I mean, the swing you saw off the initial, the call came through. The shots weren't initial by the player's POV we were on. He actually answered it. So the call came through. They knocked one off the back. They could then advance to the garage. You just saw all of Ents swarming to the right-hand side. Having a decent time. Pokey goes down in the kill feed. Udir outside will be on the drive. Nail up with the pre-smokes. They'll put them down, and they've made a really good advancement here into Adepts. They caught them shooting onto ETG. So this was them getting a little bit overzealous and kind of focusing too much. Tunnel vision, I think, is the better word here. Because now ETG can push on that. They've heard the shots up here, and this will be two fights back to back.
Yeah, you're spot on. Huge info being found there. Nail up needs to nail that spray. Pretty tough there, as one of the ETG guys was just skylining a touch over the ridge for just a little bit of a nade to buy some time, buy a couple of seconds, get the stim off, allow everyone else from Razor Edge to get good spots, hold the line, force a bit of a problem. Oaken are consistently tagging up Razor Edge, though. Not huge shots coming in, but enough to really stop them being able to peek the other side. But look at FaZe. They're getting interested in this fight as well, maybe wanting some points. 3 players, the kind of hunting pack being pushed out. They want a bit of the action. Liquid going to try and keep back Northern Lights. That's going to be deep, I think, still alive. I don't think there's any others there is. Perfectus is going on a bit of an eastern flank, maybe looking for a new way forward, and FaZe have turned up. Razor Edge taking 2 fights on 2 fronts, and neither are going to be easy. ETG now given enough room to work forward. Ibby looking for a way to shut this down quickly so they can focus on the other fights here, because they've got problems of their own building. Further west of them, there's a team slowly working over as well, so FaZe have fallen away from that fight. Luckily for Razor Edge, they get a bit of freedom. FaZe may be looking further forward here, maybe thinking it's not worth that risk. Now, with Northern Lights being dealt with, almost, Deep is still standing, it should allow Liquid a little bit more room to look elsewhere. And you're going to have to see if Razor Edge can deal with ETG. Yeah, they've been gifted a moment's breathing room by FaZe drifting away from this fight. But they're still lurking. Nail up finally shut down. They've removed him, but Shiv, 2 players back to back. Got Monkey on his right-hand side. Frenchman in arms. Up we go. And was that all of them? No, that was NLT. Excuse me. So there's going to be 1 left, but they did get completely shut down. 3 players. This should be mop-up duty for Shiv. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. 1 guy left standing, and he's got 2 teams just bearing down upon him. Team Liquid from one side, Razor Edge, who are on fire on the other. Unfortunately for ETG, I think 7 players will be the tombstone. Yeah, trade comes in, and if you're Razor Edge and you see that, you're going to push it. If you know one's knocked, one's going to be busy on the res. That's why all the smokes are going up. Yeah, Razor Edge looking for territory. They're pushing hard. Udir low ground, Shiv leading the way. This is very aggressive, and it's for a good reason. If they get there quick enough, they'll catch 2 players from Liquid kind of, you know, indisposed. They can't really do much. Smokes are occluding the vision, but they're now knocking on the door. Mexi and Ibby are close, but they're not that close. Mexi's focused towards the northwest, and now here come those nades. Initial nade just to clear down by that lower smoke. It is the top smoke that has the 2 Liquid players in it. Which would be quite clever, quite a bit of an IQ nade if they did pre-smoke in front of them, because you can't really, it doesn't stop any vision from that if you're up on the top side. It's just acting as bait, to be honest with you. 1 player from down the bottom in Tropic is just having a laugh with all these teams. Finally, Tommel does get him down, but the smokes on top of the hill have done their job for now. They managed to get him back on his feet, and they will at least continue onwards. We lost Clip, we lost Nail Up, we've lost Double. Many players in different rosters. 8C is breaking off from FaZe clan. He has to. Where else can he go? FaZe need a way in. Their low ground is not helping them out here. They're going to be on the lower side of this hill to Razor Edge, and they need this fight. Liquid have just cleaned up as well. That frees up Liquid to maybe look towards Razor Edge, which could actually help out FaZe get a bit closer. 80 should be calling that it might be time for you guys to try and make a move up here if they can. Yeah, and Liquid have the high ground at the moment as well. They've got a little bit of a further step towards the hill. You can see Jeemzz is up there. Kaymind playing the low ground. He's going to try and sweep around, catch Shiv. Shiv has the same sort of idea, and actually Kaymind is unawares, but he does connect towards Urdir. Now he's got to be ready for the push. He knows there's going to be a player close by. Nice read from Kaymind, staying alive, and he gets the support he needs. Jeemzz is there right beside him, but it's going to be Kaymind to deal with it. Doesn't even need the bullets. They're going to get the flush regardless, and Razor Edge left in tatters, just Monkey alive, and he's got FaZe right next to the Monkey. Is in that smoke, and he knows he's in all kinds of trouble, hoping these two teams will pay more attention to each other. And there's Gustav's nade. Dealt with him pretty handedly, and now Liquid know who's on this side of the hill, though. I don't know if they're going to make it across, though. That's going to be the tough part. Oh, this is not nice.
No,
okay, Buzzface has gone down. Uber is 1 HP. One shot will kill him, and there he goes. Probably going to get flushed. Omicron just going to be mopping up points. There isn't a good way to play this, keep in mind. Liquid are playing it well because they're just, top of the hill. They're keeping everyone at, arm's distance, but they're in the same position. There's no easy way to get away from this hill. They have to just deal with FaZe, and AC is already there. I mean, just deal with FaZe is a sentence you're never going to say comfortably, but it is just 80 now alive. Nade to hand, he's got one more in the pocket as well, Molly and a smoke or two, so he can buy some time, he can do some damage, but he knows his days are numbered, and here come those nades. Down to 5 HP, one more, and he's dead. Xy's looking for that. Ibby actually does get flushed, so it's a point in the pocket. 80 back on his feet. Kaymind starting to do the run. They realize they ain't in a good spot either. Kaymind still stands, but sadly for FaZe, 80 does not.
Xy and Jeemzz will be the one to clean up. Initial points going the way of Omicron, though. On board with them now. We got 5 kills in the bag.
Oh, they've got 4 alive, too. That's nice.
Please reload your SLR. Unless you've got no ammo, and that's fair play, but T-Bone, just reload it. Okay? I know it's panic stations, but you can do this. Pixel 1K. Now, looking at him with the AUG, you'd have to suggest also that he's wearing level 3 gear from the crate earlier on, which does give him a bit of something to deal with. A couple of bit of gunfire, if you want to say so. If he wants to be the one that pushes over this hill and maybe tries to make something happen, then so be it.
But he can't with Omicron on his back, right? It's like, if any of them peek. Now, there is a time limit on Omicron. This area probably isn't fully in the next circle. So all the other teams are just trying to stay alive, even though they have very little to play with. Jeemzz now knows where they are. He's definitely seen a few. But Kaymind's got his number as well. So it might be one of those situations where if you're Liquid or if you're Tempest, you sit in. And I know it sucks, because obviously in your head you're like, let's make a playlist, do something about this. The best thing you can do is wait for the circle to be unavailable for Omicron and then use the hillside. Omicron still with so much alive, they have so much to play with, and they can sacrifice a player if they need to. So for Tempest, wait it out, make sure they don't get pushed, ensure the Liquid can't see them. But I like what Jeemzz is doing. He's trying to find a bit of room for himself, but obviously if there was free room to be had, if there was some free real estate, someone would probably already had it. Now Tommel's going to be opened up a little bit here. Now he's going to try and make a move. That's deadly, that's dangerous, but he's managed to avert the eyes or keep the eyes away from him from Omicron. So the timing couldn't have been better there. He's kind of keeping tabs on how clear he is to make this move. And now Omicron is trying to make their push though. Here is the fight coming out. Nice work from Tommel, keeping them back from further away. He's trying to keep his teammates safe, but they are really close by.
I don't see in a world they can really get the res here, and that's usually why you see Wookie just advancing forward to try and feed this information back. T-Bone's down, so's Wookie. Kaymind off the side, still alive for Team Liquid. All these players now are just forced to stare each other out. Kaymind and Jimbo are actually creeping down here. They could take full advantage of this one. Yes, the smokes are up, so they can't be seen from this angle. Liquid, okay, I stand corrected. Maybe they can. Kaymind sees Page. He goes down. Pixel now onto Jempty. Falls back, has to be careful. Tommel's position, extremely exposed to Liquid. Should they come down further? Blue's here, and it's going to hurt. You've got to move, boys. There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, Liquid have a lot more room to play with, so you've got to expect them to walk away with this. But Tommel, I think it's time to consider the blue, get out of there. Nicely played by Liquid in the end. A good fight between Omicron and Tempest as well. Nothing to discredit that. And we've got some high kill games coming in. We're seeing 14 kills for Liquid. I know the others were putting in some good damage too. Omicron certainly were. I'd be excited to see how many they got in the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish kills. Again, Razor Edge, of course, having a huge performance kill-wise and 5th spot. All things ticking the right boxes for a couple of these teams, and we're starting to see a couple more familiar faces sitting towards the top of the table, I'm sure.
Steady my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this nine is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati.